They don't talk about us, only when there's a crime. Would you believe me if I was to tell you that in this world, with or without money, we're all richer than the poor? The problem is those that say that I'm reaching out to give a hand and stay they leeching hands is itching, ready to see you missing. Well, I think I went to write. Something inside me told me I can freestyle or I can rap. I can go with a rhythm that can make you dance. Tell you what I see on a daily, tell you everything's okay just to avoid dilemma. Or I can simply bring you something positive to the table and warn you of the ongoing problems that we're having. Instead, I have to reach out to my conscience once again as I watch the crime and the violence rise and the kids. Alright. Hey, what up, everybody? I hope all of y'all is having a blessed and humble day. I hope all of y'all continue to have a blessed and humble night. Hey, let's talk about it. This y'all shorty Racheal, and I want to welcome y'all to the Writers for Life brings you the Let's Talk About It podcast. Listen, man. Usually we, talk about a lot of things. This is an open panel for those of y'all. I'm gonna be on here for a little bit. I'm gonna be, reacting to some TikTok videos. We're gonna have some old videos, some new videos. Gonna mix it up a little bit. Like I had saved a couple of them to show them, to react here on YouTube before they do take TikTok off. Like I think it's by September. The app is going to be gone. They already have been testing a new app called No Space and stuff like that. Me, once the TikTok app is gone, I think I'm gonna just stick to my website. For real. Let me make sure y'all can hear me. For real. All right, so my mic is working. All right, y'all. So it is so many things going on, but like I just said, tonight what I just wanted to do, like, I can't sleep, a lot of pain, so I hopped on this John and I'm gonna just react to something. Before I do react to the videos, though, I want to show y'all a Papa Doug video, right? And I don't get tired of showing Papa Doug videos on my lives. I know there's nobody, on here right now, but I'm still going to do this, John. Like, hey, like I said, I'm a little bored. And in pain, like, fighting pain with no meds, this shit is no joke. Like, it's something that I'm used to, but I got, oof. But y'all, let's listen to some of Papa Doug before I do start reacting to the TikTok videos. I think this is a video that everybody should watch. It's called Warning. Here's why this is a cultural conflict and it's worse than slavery. So let's listen to what Papa Doug got to say.
Apparel. Ubuntu means I am because we are. I can't do nothing without y'all. That's what it basically means. And this video I want to talk to y'all about how other cultures can change other cultures through business. And it ain't right. You know what I'm saying? I went to this restaurant. I'm not gonna say what restaurant, but I went to a restaurant and this one culture was selling another culture's dish, and the shit did not taste the same. Right? If a culture want to intervene and sell another culture's dish, they ought to get approval from that culture. See, we let America done screwed our brain up. America got everybody here from different places.
Damn, my bad. I was on mute. One thing I can say, he ain't lying. Like, I've seen a lot of people sit here and try to imitate another culture's dish, especially in restaurants. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, why is y'all even doing this? Like, he ain't lying. Like, I go to different restaurants, right? I'm not gonna say I go because that's a straight up flat lie. I've been to different restaurants, right? And I'm a picky ass eater. And I've seen something that, I've eaten before, and when I tried, I'm like, this is not the same. Like, they should ask the culture, or whoever came up with the idea with the, with the how can I say it? The ingredients to come up with this meal. Like, can I know what this is? Can I use it? Can I pay you, to get your recipe? Like, whatever it is. But so that y'all can get this shit right.
Places and consolidate us all down to a European. You get what I'm trying to tell you? Follow what I'm saying. That culture should get with that culture and be allowed to sell that culture's dish, because you are disrespecting their ancestors. You're disrespecting everything they stand for. And they should be able to regulate what you sell and how you sell it. Not only that, they ought to get a piece of the revenue. See, that's gangster. Yeah, we talking now. All that running around, spinning the block, shooting the bitch, that ain't gangster. I told y'all, the Hillary Clinton, the Bushes, and the politicians, them gangsters. So if this culture,
Yo, he's spitting some facts, and that's why, yo, when people speak truth like this, they get a lot of lashback. I be telling people, yo, y'all prefer a damn sweet lie than the bitter truth.
culture want to sell that culture's food, you ought to get approval from that culture. But like I say, America done screwed us all up, bro. America got us thinking the government is the people we should look towards. When we know these people don't give a damn about us. It's called the White House for a reason, bro. Think. You feel me? We should have our own committee. We should have our own foundation like the Panthers had, the Black Panthers. To where they have to come to us and say whether we
Shout out to all the YouTubers that are actually, speaking on this and making it, one of their topics, because this is a topic that we do need to talk about. Can we build our own communities? Can we find a way, to start our own communities? Shout out to EJ from Hanging with Brody. Like I was on his panel today. Well, actually yesterday, and I was on his panel. I think a couple times before. I'm gonna say a couple times because I can't remember how many times I was on his panel, but I can honestly say they have been trying to talk about stuff like this. Shout out to Nate the Great podcast. He's always talking about this. Shout out to the Word, always talking about this. Kwame Brown, always bringing up topics like this. So shout out to them people that I just mentioned for bringing up these type of important topics that we do need to talk about so that we can bring some type of solution to the table.
hey, can we do this or can we not do that? Because I guarantee you, they're going to let you do it. You'll never go to these other countries and sell what they consume and do it the way you want to do it and think they're going to come support you. This is why I say, when we support other cultures that don't support us, this is what Dame Dash was talking about. Dame Dash said a Jewish man told him, Black people spend their money with other cultures that don't spend their money back with them, and they saw that as a business opportunity. We talking now. The reason we're going to continue to be where we at because we don't have a say so. You can't raise your hand because you don't have no power. Because all your people, Black people, are working for everybody else. When you go to these stores, and this is no disrespect, because I got a lot of Spanish homeboys, but I got to call a spade a spade. When you go to these certain businesses and you see these Spanish people, they stick together. All the people working in that building Spanish. Go to the dental offices, the doctor offices. We need to start doing what they doing. They showing us the blueprint. This is equivalent to letting these Chinese people come over here in America in our hood and sell us what we love. Hair, seafood. We do not eat seafood in no fucking bag. They've changed that culture. They rewrote that DNA in our culture. So the
Mm.
younger people that think that's how we consume seafood, they just messed it up. They got the younger people thinking, oh, this is how we eat. No, that's not how we eat no fucking seafood. But this is how another culture can come change your culture.
Papa Doug, the problem is nobody want to wake up, yo. Like everybody, like you've said time after time, everybody's used to what they used to, and once they reach a certain age, there is no. I can't even say change no mind because we're not trying to change nobody's mind. We're trying to wake people up, like be. But in reality, this is what people is doing. Like, no, I get to the way it's supposed to be.
Right? Do business. When back in the day we ever ate seafood in a damn plastic bag? Some of y'all might think, oh, it's innovative, it's new. No, the fuck it ain't. Because you will never go to these countries and change the way they do shit. You will never go to China and change the way they cook soy sauce and all this shit, whatever they cooking. You will never change that. But you'll let a bitch come over here and do it. This is why I say, bro, we've been culturally castrated, dog. When a motherfucker strip you of your culture, they will give you one. Now you run around a lion. You's a lion, but you acting like a fucking hyena. You've been converted to a hyena through cultural lies, through resources, business. You a lion, but they done converted you to a hyena. This is why we'll never gain control of our Black women. We the only one that don't control our women. You could call it however you want to call it. The proof is in the pudding. I've been living long enough to say what I'm saying. Women can't control their men. You know why? We can't control our women and our men because there's another group of people that don't look like us controlling them for us. Nigga, you don't control no social media sites. You don't control nothing that's on the radio. You don't control who gets signed to a record company and they
Yeah, and he not lying. You know how many times I've talked to different people from different cultures and different places, like, and I'm talking about out of here, from out of Philadelphia. I'm not talking about like people from Detroit. Let's say from people from outside the United States, right? And they say, damn, like, why is it that in America, the women got to fend for themselves and you don't see the men, do this and do that? I'm saying, like, damn, like, damn, like, damn, like, but in reality, if you go back to the way it used to be, y'all want to talk so much about our ancestors, our grandparents, and stuff like that. Like, yo, it was a certain way. Like, yo, let me put it like this, right? These rules and these laws and all that stuff was put for a reason, right? But now we got people in here trying to take us back to the savage ways for whatever reason. And our generation seems to be just falling in line.
put millions of dollars behind this negative ass message. You don't control none of that. And the reason why you don't control none of it, because we don't have a financial foundation.
Mm.
Because we're consistently helping other cultures become powerful over us by supporting them. They look at us like we the stupidest people on earth. How the fuck y'all let us control y'all? How? And you might say, "Oh, they don't control me," or "They don't control." You cannot free a slave unless he or she knows they're in bondage.
That's a straight up fact. And people right now I don't know what, like, yo, it's not to offend nobody, but a lot of people got slavery mentality.
So if you don't think you're being controlled mentally, if you don't think this is a mental war, something's wrong with you, man. You had a war for your mind. The reality that you have has been given to you by somebody else.
Mm.
It's simple, bro. If we do not snap out of this shit, homie, nothing will ever change. Right? We don't have the power to say we're gonna boycott or we're not even boycott. I hate the word boycott. You know why? Because when you're trying to boycott somebody, you're trying to raise momentum. You're trying to convince everybody around you that that's
Mm.
wrong and we need to do this. That's bullshit. When they got the power to cancel your ass, why? Because they own everything. They can
It's crazy how he breaks it down. He's not the only one saying this. And what's crazy is the people that are really talking about it now are breaking it down to the point where if you don't understand this, there's no other way to break it down. Like, damn, basically right now, what about now you choose to be slow. You want to be slow. Because even with proof, you still sitting here like, damn, what they're saying is right, but what you're saying is false. But I'm showing you the proof, and they not. Mm, let's make it make sense.
just hit a button and you out of there. Why do we consider or keep giving these people the power over us? Why don't we build our own arenas? Why don't we build our own fast food chains? And the people that we support, the LeBron Jameses and all these big wigs, if they don't comply with us and what we need as a people, we cut them off. We cut their motherfucking ass off. And a lot of people might say, well, why this here? You know why? Because they are study helping the enemy. Do you want to fight a war and support a motherfucker that's always helping the opposite side of what you're trying to achieve? Don't make
X.
sense. But
It
they do it
doesn't.
in a way where it don't seem like that, but it is.
Mm.
You had a war for your mind. They taught you not to think. They taught you to accept. Think. The problem is we don't think. It doesn't make sense. You think we've been in this situation over 400 years?
That's a fact. That's not just a problem. The problem is the problem is not just that they're not thinking. The problem is that people are not questioning what is being told to them. Like, damn. Like you're not gonna question this right here, especially when it doesn't make sense to you. Like, yo, I, it went from people speaking up to people being silenced to people being scared. This shit is crazy, man. I wish I would have gotten the warning and the hint when I was young. And trust me, they try to throw so many at me.
for nothing. Ain't nobody saw it. If everybody can point out the victim, we always point at the victim and oh the victim. Well, who is the one that putting us in this situation? Like I always say, who the fuck got you paying bills every 30 days? Who got you working every 30 days to give your money up just to go back and get it? You don't think, nigga.
Watch me. Watch me
Freaking
skate
ass.
out to conquer the ice. A band of sisters on blades for the stars and stripes. Sitting down for the
Damn ads.
This was a systematic slave system that was presented to us without our approval, consent,
Mm-hmm.
to
Facts.
keep us enslaved. But again, if you cannot understand that you're in bondage, you can't be free. This reality, you think this is what it is. You think God put us here to go wear Nikes, and you think God put us here to try to shine on each other, spin the block, and wear all this skimpy shit. And oh,
I'm not gonna get tired of saying it. People woke. They just don't want to hear the truth. Like real shit. They want everything handed to them. They think that there's somebody that's gonna come and save them. They really believe that Superman exists.
they told you that. Once you start studying your universal laws, you'll see just how easy it is to control a group of people when you control all the basic necessities:
Mm-hmm.
food, water, shelter. They control it all. I told you, we grew up fruit trees everywhere. We can go pull up in this yard and eat some grapes and oranges. We can pull up in the big yard, eat grapefruits. You can't do that no more because they control that. They got rid of all the female trees. Now you got
Facts, because even in Philly, it used to be like that, and now you don't see none of that shit. You don't even see the little bushes with the fruits for the birds. Real shit.
go to the store to buy that bullshit ass GMO that they selling us. Think. That's all you got to do is think. But I'm just tired of us being on the bottom of the totem pole, man. I'm tired of that shit. And we're going to continue to be there until we start consolidating and coming together. Not just as black people, but I would say black people first because we the ones that got it the worst. But in general, people in general. Don't think because you white or you Mexican or you Spanish that you ain't getting fucked over too. You are. Think. Think. Can you go like they did back in the day with tribes, Indian tribes? There was different tribes. Don't you know the Indians got whitewashed through paperwork? These motherfuckers told on paper
Blessings, Sparky Madness. Blessings. How you doing?
this group of Indians, no, that ain't them. They mulatto or they this, they that. Through paperwork. These people don't know who the fuck they is. The enemy did that. What I'm trying to tell you is tribes back in the days, Indian tribes. All these words around you are Indian words. Orlando, Kissimmee, Tampa, Okeechobee. Those Indian words. All this shit was took from the Indians. And not just the Indians, it was niggas over here too. But what I'm trying to tell you is these tribes, what they did when they ran across each other, they bared gifts. What the Europeans did, they took over everything. They learned from them, and when the Indians taught them how to survive, they killed them off. Go read about what Abraham Lincoln did to the I think it was called the in Minnesota. I think it's called the Minnesota 38 or I can't pronounce the name, but when they massacred 38 Indians in front of the whole town simply because when the Indians taught them how to survive, they killed them off. And when they went to war, the Indians struck back when everybody was gone. What you think they were supposed to do? I salute them because they fought back. A lot of us don't fight back, not because we.
This is why I tell a lot of people, man, we just can't go by what we're being told. We have to actually come out here and do our research And a lot of us ain't doing shit. I don't know. I guess it's like follow the leader out in this one. Real shit. Follow the leader. That's all it is.
Scared is because we don't understand. We are mentally castrated. You really think you're supposed to get up every day and go work for a boss that you'll never meet?
Mm,
If you making him enough money where he can pay you this, what the fuck you think he making?
mm.
This is a systematic slavery system that is brought to us. I don't give a fuck if you white. I don't give a fuck if you black. I don't give a fuck if you Indian. It don't matter what you are. The ones at the top created this system so that we are all continuously working. We are working every week, every month, every year,
Every
and
day.
getting nothing in return. When I put up that a 401k was a fucking scam, you know how many people talk crap to me?
And they gonna
Oh, you
keep
don't know what you're
doing it.
talking about. 401k ain't no scam. Wooty wooty woo.
What?
You can't save everybody because again, if you don't understand as a slave that you are in bondage, you can't be free. Free from what? You really think you have arrived? The reality that they gave you got you thinking that because you got a house, it cost you 400,000, the car paid for, and this. You really think that's what living is? Boy, I ain't even want this video to be this long, boy. But I'm out here in this sun, man. It's coming to me. Look, man, I ain't never sought out to talk trash to nobody or be negative or none of that. But I damn sure gonna call it like it is, man. I just want to say, man, I appreciate y'all for listening to me, for ever sharing my videos. I appreciate y'all for just, even if you didn't agree with me, you know what I'm saying? This is a community where we can come together and learn from each other, bro. You know how many people hit me up saying they learned from me, they've learned from people in the comments. We learn from each other. We all have the same common enemy, dog. It's just black folks will target the most. Because like I tell people all the time, you know what I'm saying? You have to understand your biology. You have to understand what neural melanin is, energy, the sun.
Mm-hmm.
You have to learn astrology, numbers, and you must understand that everything they taught you is 99.9 bullshit. Remember, they'll never send you to their schools to teach you the tools to overthrow them. It's going to be the opposite. So with that saying, man, I love y'all, man. I really do. Share this video, and like I tell you all the time, in order for you to be found, you
You
must first
first
be
have to be
lost.
lost.
It's your boy Papa Duck, man. I'll let y'all on next. Peace.
Yo, shout out to Papa Duck. Like I love putting his videos on because he be spitting them gems out there. And regardless of anything, no matter what you say, what you do, how you do it, when you say it, where you say it, people are still gonna sit here and how can I say it? Talk shit. Regardless whether you're right, whether you're wrong, whether you're, cutting shit down the middle, whether, you're on the side of right or you're on the side of wrong. People is going to talk regardless. Yo, like that's why I come on here and I tell people, regardless of anything, I'm on here, I give my opinions. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. If somebody feels some type of way, that's not my fault. Like you can't force people to think a certain way. Like me, the only way you're gonna get me, to see somebody in a bad way is if this person shows it to me. And I'm serious about that. Like I can't sit here and bash somebody down and not knowing this person. That's me judging a book by its cover or going by what somebody else said. No, let me see it for myself because at the end of the day, sometimes we've been wrong. Sometimes we've been led down the wrong path. So it's crazy. Like I've had people tell me this is like this is like this, and I've had to sit here and go to the side like, yo, I've been lied to. Like whether it's through history and people, like yo, you have to see things for yourself. Do your own research. Hold on one second, guys. All right. But yeah, like that is crazy. Papa does messages real deep, and it shows you that a lot of people here just don't care about the truth at all. Like I've been saying that a lot of people know what's going on. They just don't really care. And like I've said, my focus is on these kids. I'm gonna keep focusing on them. Like those that don't want to be helped, you can't force somebody to, be helped if they don't want it. Like for real shit. You can lead the horse to water, but you can't force the horse to drink the water. So that's how it should be. But moving on to the next topic, because we know how people are. We're gonna be reacting to TikTok videos today. We're gonna have some fun. Like some videos are gonna make you laugh. Some videos might make you question reality. Some videos might make you say, "Hey, it's bullshit." Like it's up to you how you take it. So I have a little mixed up. Like this is how we save our videos on TikTok. So I have new videos. I have old videos here on TikTok. So we're going, go through a couple of them. I'm going to be here for a little bit. We're going to react to some of them. We're going to start off with some new videos. Hold on one second. Hold on. I'm trying to make sure everything. Hold on. Let me check the chat real quick. Real quick. Okay. I got Miss Sparky Madness in the chat. Blessings, Miss Sparky Madness. I am trying to grow trees everywhere. Yo, it's not like before, yo. They won't grow. You can't even get seeds no more in the United States. Like they changed all that. And you used to, because I used to get my seeds through Amazon and I used to plant, but now it's real hard to get the type of seeds I want to grow and sell and do this and do that. Like they really made it hard for us. My people, the creeks. I heard about that before, but I don't want to put my foot in my mouth. I heard about the creeks before. Bomb threats? Oh shit, what the hell? People on social media is shut out. You gotta be careful on this social media, yo, and on places because people be on this John shout out. Be careful, yo. You gonna be on my prayers. Shout out to Sparky Madness, yo. Like I, what drew me to her was her speaking her story and stuff like that. So shout out to her. She's been brave and bold on this platform, yo. So to me, regardless of how other people see her, her story, I felt that, John. But let's get on topic, y'all. Let's start reacting to some of these TikTok videos, y'all. Because like I said, I'm gonna be here a little bit. I only got on this, John. I'm on pain, like I'm in pain, like I ain't taking no pills, and I refuse to do that, John. Make sure y'all hear me. I don't want the mic to mess up. Hold on one second. All right,
pandemic while they're
so we're gonna be watching different types of videos. Some of them are gonna be funny. Some of them is just like I said, make you question your reality. Let a shorty know what y'all think and how y'all feel. Like, let's listen to what There's a reason they want to take TikTok. So before they take TikTok off, I think it's gonna be by September. The app's not gonna exist no more. So let's see what happens. But anyways, let's watch these videos they got on TikTok. Let's have some fun this morning. Laugh, giggle, or learn some things, or maybe question some things. Shit, you never know.
in a pandemic while their governor picks a fight with them and even threatens their salaries or their jobs. Talk about bullying in schools. If they'll not help, if these governors won't help us beat the pandemic, I'll use my power as president to get them out of the way. In a pandemic while their governor picks a fight with them and even threatens their salaries or their jobs. Talk about bullying in schools.
Yo, this nigga is tripping because what's crazy is I know a lot of people might get mad about what I'm about to say about Trump, right? I mean, Biden. But I feel as though that they're accusing Trump of all the things that Biden is doing, of what Biden really is. Hey, but that's my opinion. If y'all got another opinion, y'all more than welcome. We're not here to judge nobody.
I remember having a conversation with Aaliyah, and I was like, yo, tell me what happened. And she was like, she just couldn't, you know what I'm saying? And I just left it at that. And she said, leave it alone. Don't cause no, like, what you want me to do? And just leave it alone.
Right.
Don't act like nothing. It causes me too much pain.
Right.
So I
Blessings, Nate. Blessings, how you doing?
can't bring no awareness to it. I can't do nothing.
Right.
I just got to wear it.
Right.
So if I don't agree with somebody I'm working with is doing, I can't publicly out my man.
Right.
But really, how's he my man if he's still doing
If
that?
he's still,
If me and you cool, and you know that I got.
Guys, by the way, I am streaming this live today on Instagram, Twitter, and here on YouTube. I mean, my bad. On Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. My bad. I apologize. I just saw the option for Instagram earlier. I didn't even realize that, John, before. I don't know why I said this. I was like, oh shit, we can stream to Instagram now? That was crazy.
Got a girl that your man raped,
it's crazy.
right?
Yeah.
And and I tell you, when you gonna still work with him, what you gonna feel?
Nah,
So what you think I felt?
exactly.
So I'm human, bro. But
Right.
I had to look the other way.
Right.
All these years. So publicly, that man did a record with that nigga raped my girl that he liked as well, right?
Right.
And then went on a tour with him. And
Wow.
you understand what I'm saying?
Wow.
But no one said.
Yo, Dame Dash is basically accusing Jay-Z of graping Aaliyah. Yo, I think on the next live I'm gonna do an open panel. This was supposed to be an open panel, but I'm not sure how long I'm gonna be up on this, John, because I only got one sweet hood left right here to keep me up. But yo, this is crazy. I just realized this. You know how many times I watched this video, and I'm just realizing that he just said that, John. I was like, oh wait, but they all took advantage of Aaliyah. Hey, but maybe I'm tripping, but I know I'm not tripping. Like each one of them took advantage of that young lady, and people are trying to make it seem now they pointing fingers at each other. Like, no, it was him. No, it was him. No, it was. But Dame Dash, you was older than the shorty too when you was with her.
That's
And then no
hell
one
of a
noticed it. Damn,
perspective.
Dame's not in the video. Dame ain't at that concert. Dame ain't in none of that shit.
Was there any dissension between you and Jay because of that? Because
of course.
they made a song together called "Not Guilty" during that time.
Yeah, but that was kind of
They singing, I ain't do
right.
it. Like,
right.
like,
Yo, boy, that was a water that I always was like, I wouldn't fuck with that.
the tour, you didn't make no
Not
money.
a dollar. Not.
Yo, that song I ain't do it with for a year. Wait, hold up. What the hell? I almost choked. That song I didn't do it was for Aaliyah. Yo, I'm about to start looking this up right here. All right, we back. Hopefully we back. I'm about to make sure we back. Not sure, so give me 1 second, guys. I'm not trying to switch an account. What is you doing? All right, so it look like Xfinity is out here fucking with the bitch ass niggas. It's Xfinity fault. Like my baby pops just called me. I was trying to figure out like what's going on. Like we got internet, like the interruptions. Like yo, this is crazy. I thought I was doing something wrong for real. Like yo, I can't. Here we go. Let me share the John again. All right, we live. We're gonna go right to the reacting videos. We was just reacting to Dame Dash. Like I'm sitting here, I'm like, I can't believe I listened to this video so many times. And damn, like it's a shame, mate. Aaliyah, rest in peace. Like, may she have peace in paradise. Hope she has peace in paradise. But a lot of people in the industry, yo, took advantage of her. And as crazy as instead of taking accountability, they are sitting here pointing fingers. Hopefully this John don't go because it looks like Xfinity is doing maintenance out there. So hopefully it doesn't go again. But let's replay the video, yo, because this shit just had me for a spin. I was like, wait a minute, how many times did I let that statement? How can I say it? How many times did that statement go over my head?
You know, tell me what happened. And she was like, she just couldn't. You know what I'm saying? And I just left it at that. And she said, leave it alone. Don't cause no.
But basically, it's crazy how Dame is just trying to just only accuse Jay-Z of this. Like, y'all all had parts.
I'll be like, what you want me to do? And just leave it alone.
Right.
Don't act like nothing. It causes me too much pain.
Right.
So I can't bring no awareness to it. I can't do nothing.
Right.
I just got to wear it.
Right.
So if I don't agree with somebody I'm working with is doing, I can't publicly out my man.
Right.
But really, how's he my man if he's still doing
if
that?
he's still.
If me and you cool, and you know that I got a girl that your man raped.
It's crazy.
Right?
Yeah.
And you going, and I tell you, when you like, you gonna still work with him, what you gonna feel?
Nah,
so what you think I felt?
Exactly.
So I'm human, bro. But
Right.
I had to look the other way.
Right.
All these years. So publicly, that man did a record with that nigga raped my girl that he liked as well, right?
Right.
And then went on a tour with him. And
wow.
You understand what I'm saying?
Wow.
But no one
You just
said
took
nothing.
it. That's
and then no
hell
one
of a
noticed it. Damn,
perspective.
Dame's not in the video. Dame ain't at that concert. Dame ain't in none of that shit.
Was there any dissension between you and Jay because of that? Because
of course, they made a song together called "Not Guilty" during that time.
Yeah, but that was kind of
they singing. I ain't do
right.
it. Like,
right.
like
Yo, boy, that was a water that I always was like, I wouldn't fuck with that.
The tour, you didn't make no
Not
money.
a dollar. I didn't want no parts of that. Nothing.
None of it.
Look, check my record. Go into my file, bro. Go look. Cut
What?
to 2000, right? Or whatever year it was.
To early 2000s.
Once we got cool with homegirl,
Right.
I knew everything.
Right.
Right?
And that's when you stopped fucking with him.
And that's that. So before all other shit, I didn't even really follow that situation.
Right, right.
But once I got with homegirl,
Right.
and I was like, yo, out of respect, I can't fuck with it. Period.
Right.
Wasn't even
Understood.
choice. So I didn't make no money with him.
Right.
Just because he made money with a lot of people I ain't make money with.
Right.
So he got all this money and I'm broke. Everything homie did, I wasn't with it. So I couldn't do it. Like, and listen, when you have a label,
right,
and you have a lot of people, There's a lot of things people do that you don't fuck with, but
100%.
But if I morally don't like it, I won't take no money from it. My name's not on Best of Both Worlds.
Right.
My name, I never went to a concert.
Right.
Video, no. You don't have no video with me in this picture.
And that's probably why I wasn't successful.
You gotta ask me, how do you deal with that when someone you respect does some shit that you don't fuck with at all?
Right.
All those decisions that were made were not my decision. That's his career.
Right.
I ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm a man. Obviously, I went another way.
Right.
So you asking me, what do you do when somebody does that? You get the fuck out of Dodge and you start a whole new brand.
Right.
And you let everybody think you're broke.
Right.
Because you don't want the buckshot or none of that karma.
So
Dame Dash has always talked about how Jay-Z.
It's crazy though. Like, he has always talked about it, but first allegedly R. Kelly, Jay-Z, Dame Dash. It was a lot of artists, and I feel as though they all need to take accountability. Like, Timberland was the only one that I seen take accountability, because he said, I ain't touch her, but I did want to date Aaliyah. Only problem is I was younger. And to me, it's like, okay, Timberland, I respect you for being out there, speaking the truth. But in my head, I'm like, yo, you still had thoughts about being with somebody that was way younger than you.
He chose working with R. Kelly, knowing what he did to Aaliyah and how it really affected him. If you remember, at this time, they still had Rockefeller together and they were still really good friends. Now, Dame Dash did say how Jay-Z actually liked Aaliyah, and he was actually trying to get with Aaliyah before he actually got with Aaliyah. But Aaliyah wasn't really having it. She really was in love with Dame Dash. And honestly, I think Jay-Z was actually really jealous of Dame Dash's relationship with Aaliyah. I think that's why he actually cheated him out of Rockefeller. But the other thing that really catches my mind, I hate all the people that Aaliyah was actually trapped around. Like, if she didn't go through enough at 15 years old with R. Kelly, and then Jay-Z was so obsessed with her and wanted to be with her. And then you even have P. Diddy around this time, who is best friends with Jay-Z. And Jay-Z decided to go off and work with R. Kelly, knowing what he actually did. Jay-Z actually seems to distance himself from all these people when things happen. When all the stuff in the news actually came out about R. Kelly, even though he allegedly knew what was already happening, he distanced himself away from R. Kelly completely. And it reminds me of somebody else very familiar. Now that all of this stuff is coming out about Diddy, Jay-Z has completely distanced himself away from Diddy. Like I always say, birds of a feather flock together. So let me know what you guys think on everything.
Man, I feel as though that this is news that's been out there. They should have been, trying to gather the evidence, but I don't know what they was thinking about. Aaliyah's story was another story that a lot of us know what the truth is. Just like, the situation with Cassie and Kim Porter and, the Diddy situation. The truth has been thrown in our faces, but ain't none of us paid attention to it.
A lot of people will say when a kid tells you that they're transgender, believe them. A lot of
What?
people will say that it's impossible for a 4-year-old to know if they're trans or not. Actually, that's not true. They can know, and here's why. From day one, gender is baked into everything.
See, I had to cut that real short because that already had me fucked up. So we're saying that we're going to believe anything that comes out of 4-year-olds' mouths now, as fully grown adults with fully developed brains, and knowing that even when we were kids, not everything that came out of our...
And I want to remind a lot of people that, yes, he is, and he's against what the LGBT community is doing. Crazy, right?
Was 100% true, and we want to be astronauts today, policemen tomorrow, lawyers the next day.
Speaking so many
fucking,
facts.
be fucking whatever. You know what I mean? So you're gonna sit here, you're gonna tell me that just because the 4-year-old sits here and says some bullshit out their mouth that we gotta sit here and believe it and set it into stone? Or we can't just, either go along for a little bit and let it play out, or, just leave them be and let them grow into that if they want, like all of us. Let me tell you something. I have nieces. I have, even to the age of 9, and guess what? they are not ready for any of these conversations yet. You know why? Because they're too busy learning the basics of life to sit here and worry about my sexuality and how any of that is affecting them. At the end of the day, y'all need to remember that kids and young adults are sponges and they're soaking up everything. And some people pick up on ideas and want to try new things that isn't necessarily for them. That's why they're young and that's why their life is fresh because they haven't experienced shit. So I really wish that people, you know, who don't even have kids would really sit here and stop
Oh my.
what to do with their kids, especially when you're not even like making any bit of sense. And remember, y'all, just because y'all were exposed to a whole lot as a child because nobody cared for y'all, looked after y'all, nothing doesn't mean other people's kids need to too. They don't need to live like you did or like you.
That's a fact.
Just because you wished for something when you was growing up doesn't mean that that was the right thing that these kids need today. Let's wake up.
Yo,
So
that's
she
a
is
fact.
completely correct.
Yo, that is a freaking fact. Speak to your children, y'all. Speak to your children.
So she is completely correct, and everybody needs to be paying attention to everything that I'm about to tell you. It's really sketchy, and it might open up everybody's eyes just a little bit more. Which, before I go any further in this video, let me just say this is for educational purposes only. You have to say that now. But stay with me, because this shit's about to get deep. Now, like I stated, this is all your Republican House members, right? These right here are your Democratic House leaders, and all these people are your Democratic Senate leaders, with all these people being your Republican Senate leaders. I'm sure everybody gets it by now. But what I really want to show you is who each and every single one of their top contributors are. So this right here is Hakeem Jeffries, okay? He is the Democratic House Minority Leader, okay? That is his top contributor. This is your Democratic House Representative, okay? That is her top contributor. This is good old Pete Aguilar, your Democratic House Representative. That is his top contributor. This is another Democratic House Representative. Can you guess who his top contributor is? This is Patty Murray, okay? Your Democratic Senator. These are her top contributors, with them being in third place. And here's the interesting thing, right? Mitch McConnell's last election's top contributor was who? Yeah, I'm sure you can guess who it was. This right here is your Minority Whip Republican Senator, okay? That is his top contributor. This is another Republican Senator. Can you guess who her top contributor was? I'm sure you get it by now. But if it's not who I showed you it is.
Basically, the whole point of this, they telling you that each one of these people get funded by a certain, like for example, chairman, CEO, and co-founder, executive office, New York. Who's his executor? Stephen A. Schwarzman's chairman, CEO, and co-founder of Blackstone. Should I say more?
It's actually Blackstone instead. And Steven Schwarzman is the chairman, CEO, and co-founder of Blackstone, one of the largest alternative investment firms with over $1 trillion in assets, a company that BlackRock themselves and Larry Fink parted ways with back in 1995. These right here are a list of controversies behind Blackstone's.
Something that I spoke about, for those of you that don't know, when I was speaking about, you know, the sinking of the Titanic and how the first federal bank came about and much more. Yes, these people were involved.
Name in itself. I'm sure you could just read for yourself. With this right here being one of the most controversial backgrounds of any company ever. And I'm sure you can read it for yourself and you don't need my finger pointing in your face. You see this right here, specifically right here? I can't read that part off. I promise you I can't, because I'll get violated for it. But I'm sure people can easily put the puzzle pieces together by now, right? And if you can't, all you really got to do is just look at the graph right here from last December. I'm sure everybody can understand by now why there was an urgent need for a TikTok ban, especially one that was put into an aid package bill for Ukraine and Israel themselves.
That I keep telling everybody, nobody want to listen. Everybody, you know, hey, that's not true. That's not going to happen. They say they're going to do things for years and they never make it happen. Well, apparently they're making it happen. And that's going along with all side gigs. Like, if we wanted to work as an employee, we wouldn't have started our LLCs. We wouldn't have spent all this money on permits and none of that if we were going to sit here and work for another motherfucker that doesn't want to treat us like we're humans.
Tried to warn you Americans on my last post. I said, you don't even know what's coming next.
Yo, this is not a joke. And I mean it. This is not a joke. So the United States Senate just passed the most draconian bill you could possibly imagine. 3 days ago, Bill 702 was passed by our Senate. In case you don't know what that is a bill that allows the government to spy on you with no restrictions long story short, your entire civil liberties are done. From now on, every time you text somebody, your sneaky link, hey, what are you doing? Every time you text your mom, hey, you text your wife, what did you put in the freezer? Y'all don't understand what just happened right now. And the only way we can make this stop, the only way we can share this to make this stop is on this app. I beg of you, if you're watching this, comment, repost, share, email it to whoever, even if it's not my post, any post talking about this bill, we have to do something. Yeah, we gotta call whoever we need to call. You don't understand how serious this is. If this bill, Senate has passed it, right? If the president signs this bill and they ban this app, it is over for us. Y'all don't understand how bad this is. I am begging you, my people, please, Americans, we have to do something. This is outrageous. And the most depressing part for me.
Hey, but it's okay. They're making they're making a whole new app. It's called No Space. It's replacing MySpace. I mean, it's the new version of MySpace replacing TikTok. One that I'm not joining. Cause shit gonna go left in that joint.
Shit's getting weird. Part infinity.
And finally tonight, we'd like to show you some of the 100 or so new species scientists believe they discovered amid the underwater mountains off the coast of Chile. They were found using an underwater robot capable of diving more than 14,000 feet. More than just enriching scientists' understanding of ocean life, researchers say it demonstrates how the Chilean government's ocean protections are
Listen, Chile.
biodiversity and providing a model for other countries. This unknown species of sea toad looks like something Dr. Seuss might have created. It was
A sea toad? What in the world? Yo! Somebody in the comments said they gonna mess around and find Leviathan at this point. That's true, yo. Y'all keep messing around, man.
found under more than 4,500 feet of water. Behold the beady-eyed gaze of a squat lobster resting in
Squat
coral
lobster?
about 2,200 feet below the surface. Just before this member of a rarely seen family of whiplash squid had its picture snapped, it squirted ink, perhaps a reaction to seeing an alien-looking object alongside it more than 3,600 feet down. Scientists say identifying them all could take years. With about 70% of the Earth's surface covered by oceans and only a fraction of it having been explored, who knows how many more unknown and unusual creatures have yet to be discovered.
Or, hear me out, we could stop right here, right now.
Why?
And just end it.
Why?
End the search into the ocean.
Why?
We could.
Why?
We have the well, I'm going to say we have the capability to, but we're not in control. The scientists are going to look for whatever they want to look for. Because I feel like the more and more these robots get advanced, the deeper and 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 deeper into the ocean. That's what she said. They're going to go. And I just feel like we're going to find something that we don't need to find. Maybe I'm being pessimistic.
No, you're not.
Scientists, can y'all just be careful? I know y'all want to find shit, but just be careful.
Okay. The Megan line still around. Yeah, the Megan
Hold
line.
on a
Yo, that boy funny as shit. What you say?
Hold on a second. Time out. Are we sure this is the same guy who put his cigar in Monica Lewinsky?
He just said it's the same guy that put a cigar in Monica Lewinsky. You mean Monica Lewinsky accidentally ended up with a pipe in her mouth?
This guy looks more like a retired quarterback for the Patriots or something. See, Bill Clinton was at this fundraiser in New York on Thursday night, and people are asking questions on whether this is actually Bill Clinton, because it doesn't really look like. See, the Bill Clinton that we remember looks more like this. Remember this guy? Or even this. Even Palpatine looks more like Bill Clinton than Bill Clinton did. So come on, Billy, what's the secret? What's the secret going on here?
Do you know?
Let's go back.
Hold on a second. Time out. Are we sure this is the same guy who put his cigar in Monica Lewinsky? This guy looks more like a retired quarterback.
That man just had a fresh dose of blood, like somebody in the comments said. That's Phil Clinton. Look up Joe Ingwarantine. He looked like the what the heck? Not from the US. Even I can tell this isn't Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton got buff. Like, look at his chest. Look at his arms. This nigga really was working out. He sat here, he put Hillary Clinton on his back and Monica Lewinsky in the front. While he sat here and ran track to get to Monica Lewinsky's cookie, Hillary Clinton was helping him with the workout. Yo, this is crazy. Dead. Let's go.
Do you know what Chinese kindergartens are like? While kids in other kindergartens eat, sleep, and play games, kids in this Chinese kindergarten do laundry and cook, learning self-reliance. They have outdoor stoves proportionate to their height, and they make their own meals every day, from washing and chopping vegetables to cooking. They eat their own cooked meals with such gusto you'd think they're licking the plates clean. After eating, they voluntarily clean up and even line up to wash dishes. The principal assigns tasks based on the kids' interests to foster their hands-on skills. They start working right after meals, making baskets or knitting scarves for themselves and even using sewing machines to make clothes. They embroider, weave mats, and even make their beds. They're taught independence from a young age. The older kids can cook a meal from scratch, and the younger ones are adept at kneading dough and making pancakes, making chefs jealous. They even squeeze their own milk and make juice from scratch.
I ain't gonna say you're a lie. That's what we need to be doing with our kids. But a lot of parents is focused on the wrong shit. Then you got the parents that gotta sit here, got 2, 3, 4 jobs, and in reality, they ain't got the time to sit here and cook themselves. And like when they do cook, a shout out to them. Like y'all able to maintain 2 jobs, y'all cooking, y'all, shout out to them parents that are, both parents are in the house and stuff like that. So shout out to those. But this is what we need to be doing here in America. Our kids need to be learning like this.
From washing and cutting fruit to the final product, they do it all themselves, with teachers offering guidance. After eating and drinking, they get busy with various activities like embroidery, building walls with mud, making puzzles, drawing, and making decorations. The girls can even practice makeup and hairstyling, becoming professional hairstylists upon graduation. They never skip school because there's just too much to do. Some netizens say this is real hands-on education, unlike other kindergartens where teachers...
Yo, this is hands-on education. And what's crazy is we used to have these type of programs in our schools when we was younger. Like I remember being able to sew and knit, and they had the cooking classes and all that. And this was back in middle school. I'm sitting here like our kids don't really got none of this.
worry about kids getting hurt. Here, they face challenges head-on, with special forces-style training, jumping rope while playing basketball, climbing ropes, and building giant Ferris wheels. They learn to ride balance bikes and practice martial arts. There's no crying when dropping kids off. They run straight to class. Fighting over toys? Non-existent. Everyone...
Shit, I wouldn't cry either. I would love school if they had all this here in school, but they don't do that here. They don't. That's why I've been talking about building our own little communities, trying to get our own funds and do this and do that, because at the end of the day, the way we doing it isn't working. And these are the things that our kids really do need to be learning as they grow.
Everyone's too busy with their own tasks to bother with that. This is what childhood memories should be like. If it were your child, would you choose this kind of kindergarten?
Yeah.
Anybody else find it kind of amazing that the same people who my entire life have been saying that people of color who are being chased by police just need to work with the police and do as they're told, and they'll get their day in court, whether they were innocent or not, and the court system will fix it. Those are the same people now that are saying that Donald Trump can't get a fair thing in court, and that the court system is a two-tier justice system that is against billionaires. So they actually believe that the United States justice system is fair to poor black kids, but is rigged against a rich white billionaire.
What the fuck?
In what world could you possibly look at the American justice system and think that it is specifically designed to hurt a rich white billionaire, but that it's perfectly fine and perfectly acceptable for what they do to people of color in this country every fucking day? This just shows you that anybody on the right who says this shit is just fucking a hypocritical piece of shit.
And it's crazy, right? Because they say You can't trust a white person. Yeah, but you got white people fighting against us. That's why, yo, when they turn everything into a race or they turn everything into color, I don't see color because deep down inside, yo, we all bleed red. And a lot of people is fighting for us. Like, yo, I'm not, man. We need to get our shit together.
You guys ready for the question of the day? Listen to me very carefully, because this could be in jeopardy of you never seeing me again if you answer this wrong. Ready for this? What do you get?
What the
What
fuck?
do you get when you get a current administration with a president that goes public and says he is willing and will sign an executive order to ban TikTok? And then you get the other side of the man that's trying to become the president.
Yo, I get why he's laughing because you got the donkey and the elephant. You got the red and the blue pill on some real shit, trying to like sit here and fight for us to get a vote for them. Like, the presidential vote for me doesn't really matter. Like, them, they just sign a piece of paper. I approve. I don't approve. And then you got the whole world sitting here, master. Like, yo, y'all trying to figure out which master y'all need to sit here and listen to.
He makes an announcement that Trump warns that lawmakers, if they ban TikTok, everybody will go to Facebook, where they don't want to be. You know what you get? You get a guaranteed path to the presidency of the United States of America with 170 million guaranteed votes, whether you like him or not.
People slow.
Oh, the man's
Hey,
a freaking
shit.
genius. And that's all I got to say about that. Midnight, I am out. 1, 2, 3.
Yo, he not lying though. But what's crazy is, right, for those of you that don't know, like I've been saying, and I've been saying it for a while, they got this new app. I got the video uploaded on my channel. Like, it's a new app called No Space. They put it out. The app went viral before it had even launched. It has not even launched yet. It's set to be launched when around the time that they eliminate TikTok. And basically, it's supposed to be a new version of the MySpace, right? Replacing TikTok. Man, they can keep that new app. I'm good. Like, yo, real shit. Y'all take away TikTok because the new app is gonna have, it's like a combination of TikTok, Facebook, and all that, but it doesn't have the business part. And since it doesn't have the business part, I want no parts. Damn.
Look at my dog.
Yo, that kangaroo boat. That kangaroo husky as hell. Yo, the ball still saved his dog. Yo, dead. The dog. Look, the dog.
Look at my dog.
This man went head to head with a damn kangaroo to save his dog. He rescued his dog though. Like, he rescued the dog, but this kangaroo husky as hell. I'm dead. I'm dead. I can't. Look at the dog.
Hachi, not feeling so tough now, are you, dude? Where were you to save him?
The other one ran. Yo, the other one ran. He said, where was you to save him? The other dog said, I ain't want no parts of that fucking boat, that kangaroo looking like he just came home from jail and shit. Like, what the fuck? Yo, this kangaroo look like he's been, yo, day in and day out working out. Watch. Look at his arms. Look at them arms, yo. I'm dead.
Y'all, this is the most craziest thing I ever read in my entire being living on this earth. A young woman has come forward anonymously with a harrowing account alleging that she has requested a ride from a senior police officer due to being late for work. However, her trust was betrayed when the officer diverted, right, from the planned route and took her near a construction site in the Fort Road area, where she was allegedly raped by him and
Whoa.
another officer twice. Despite her
Wow.
courageous attempts to resist, she found herself overpowered by both officers. The young lady has also reported that one of the officers had threatened her by telling her she will be placed on the missing persons list and he knows where she lives in All Saints and what time she goes and comes from her workplace.
What the fuck?
She wants the officers who may be reading this to know that she is HIV positive.
Mm. Oh wow.
Oh my God.
Yo, that's what you call vengeance at its best. These men went and took something that they shouldn't have had took, and karma got them right there and then. Like, they gonna have to go get tested. They gonna have to go see if they got, the clap clap. Oh, wow.
They did it. They made it official. $95 billion, $270 per person who pays taxes. That's what that comes out for you. Your $95 billion, our $95 billion, your 270, my 270. It went abroad. You are an elite employee. You should be pissed off and not elect any of these people ever again. Democrat, Republican, they're all bad. 95 billion. After you've complained.
Yo, I'm with you over here because listen, I keep telling everybody the funny part is though, even though they see what Biden is doing and the stuff that he's signing off, even though allegedly it's not him, it's somebody with a mask on, but shh, we're not allowed to say that. But anyways, like you became a boss, right? You started your own little company, you're doing good, but now you have to give up your business because Biden wants you to become an employee. Now, instead of you paying for taxes, you're applying for taxes. I had a conversation about this on one of my lives. I'm going to see if I do a premiere on it.
After you said don't do this, they did it anyway. Next time they tell you that they care about anything, you should say 95 bill. Do not reelect these people. Vote Sherman and Blueberry in 2024. You should be pissed. You
Sherman
should
and
feel
Blueberry.
mad. You definitely short 270. Peace, love, and hair grease. They did it.
Things are getting insane. Look at this. Look, like literally, the Washington Post. Russia strikes power plant in heavy blow to Ukraine's electric grid. Guys, I have been telling you guys to please stay prepared, especially with one of these, a hand crank radio, which will give you unlimited power. Guys, if they can do that to Ukraine, do you not think that they can do it to us as well? Seriously, think about it. It might be cloudy. You can't use solar power. You can't charge things because there's obviously no power. What are you going to need? A hand crank radio, a radio that's always going to give you unlimited power. I know you've all seen these on your For You page, and these are going out quick because everyone is starting to wake up and realize what is truly going on overseas. And if the power grid ever does go out, I'll never have to worry because I'll always.
Yeah, but let's hope that all this works because allegedly, there's a fake sun covering the sun. And for those of you that, like, yo, you tripping. What the heck is you talking about? I want y'all to go do y'all research. Is there a sun covering the real sun?
Have a hand crank radio, unlimited power. Things are getting insane.
Additionally, there is now a requirement to apply for a work visa if they.
Just wanted to take a quick moment to remind any American getting upset about this or in their fields. I want to remind you that Project 2025, Section 2, Chapter 5 outlines the Sovereign Mexico Plan, whereas they lay out a plan to let American forces enter or make American forces enter Mexico because they said Mexico needs to somehow overpower the cartels that have made them, and I do quote, unworthy of first world status. See, the Conservative Party seems to have the same attitude that Speaker Mike Johnson does, which is Mexico will do what we say because we're us, when in fact that's not how it's going to go. And don't think that Mexico is the only Latino country that they plan on doing this to. Venezuela is also listed in there, as well as other countries that they basically feel they can go in and decide how shit is going to go. And also, before you talk about the whole visa thing, just know that also in Section 2, also written by the conservatives in Project 2025, the U.S. is demanding visa reciprocity, meaning if we show you energy in letting your nationals come here, you need to show us the same energy and the same kindness, or we will stop that shit. So just know that if you have a problem with the fact that Mexico is going to do it, just remember the U.S. asked for this. They want people to.
That's a fact. The U.S. did ask for this. Like, yo, y'all gotta really pay attention to the things that be done, especially them little meetings they be showing and people be ignoring. Yo, pay attention. Blessings, blessings. So real TV, ninth word. Blessings. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. It's my first time seeing you. Welcome to the channel. But yo, they speaking some facts, y'all, and I'm telling y'all, like, they about to get rid of this app by September. The little bill has been passed. Now they working on the side gigs. I tried to warn people months ago. I was like, yo, they trying to do this, they trying to do that, and they're like, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Well,
keep the same energy that we're keeping. And Mexico said bet. So
overthrow the government.
Senator Graham, this is partly a pretext to try to conceal the.
So inside the Declaration of Independence, it states that if your government is basically not doing its job, it's not protecting you, it's putting your lives at risk, okay? And they're no longer working for you. Everything that's happening right now, it states that we, the people, have a legal obligation to overthrow the government, okay? And there's a very small amount of you who support what these fucking politicians are doing right now.
and this is what I'm just trying to get people to understand. If we go read our rights, if we go read the amendments, we read the declarations of the Declaration of Independence, we will see that there is ways to beat the system, especially the loopholes that they put in. And that's what I want a lot of people to see. I'm not trying to convert. I'm not trying to convince. I want people to see the truth. And if you don't listen, if you don't believe what I'm saying, go out there and do your own research.
Okay, but the truth is, you are no longer driving the vehicle. The government is driving the vehicle for you. You're not even in the passenger seat. You're tied up in the fucking trunk.
Overthrow the government.
Senator Graham, this is.
And he not lying. Some people in the comments are saying, we need to overthrow the government. We need to all come together. We need to all work together. We all need to come together in unity. I'm in Ohio. Anyone can contact me anytime. Just need leadership to get us together, lock and load. See, that's the problem. We waiting for a leader to come and get us together when we need to get all the leaders together on some real shit. We need to organize by state and county. Are we ready? Let's go. See, a lot of people not ready. People talking about revolution and revival. I am praying so hard for both. I don't know what's going to happen, but I think, listen, me, in my opinion, we still got time. People saying we don't, then there's other people saying ain't shit gonna happen. Hey, listen, man, wake up. That's all I can say is wake up.
Christopher Columbus did not discover America. How you can discover a place where the inhabitants are watching you arrive from the shore. There are actually many other mariners before Columbus that discovered America as well. Decades earlier, even eons earlier, many of these pre-Columbian explorers might have come from Africa. Columbus himself was aware that African mariners had preceded him.
It's a fact that we know that Africa is the real motherland. Like I don't know if like when the pandemic hit or was it when they said the Y2K was it or some shit like that in the early 2000s, like when that hit that a lot of us started bumping our heads and catching it media because all this was talked about to us. If it wasn't in school or through somebody that we know, it was through an old head that would us here and tell us stories. Like we really gotta go back in time, deep in our memories, to remember a lot of shit like this because we got caught up in so much shit that it's like we forgot about the stuff that we learned. And then to top it off, a lot of schools sat here and covered up shit and twisted up shit, and a lot of people was misled, misguided.
In his diary of his second voyage, Columbus tells of how the natives of Hispaniola actually had given him gold-tipped metal spearheads that they said were brought by black-skinned people who had come in large boats from the south and southeast. Coincidence? I think not. No. In 1493, Columbus stole all he could see. Christopher Columbus did not
Only on CBS 11, a local mom stunned tonight after receiving a warrant arrest notice in the mail because of her tamales. Jeff Paul live in Carrollton tonight with why this woman is in some hot water.
Because a lot of people were being haters and they probably reported her. And, boom, we're here today. Like, yo, that seems to happen a lot. Like, people, me knowing that this is happening, them trying to pass these bills and these laws, and I'm seeing somebody trying to make some money, an honest, hard living. Like, they out here, they cooking food, they trying to sell it and stuff like that. Boom, now somebody come and snitch. Like, damn. That's why I tell people, yo, once you make them first couple $100, make sure you go get that permit so you don't get in trouble. Yeah, the license is free, but you got to pay for them permits. And people got it mixed up because they've been told you got to pay for your license. No, you get a free license. You get a free LLC, a free EIN number. What you got to pay for are the permits to be able to cook and, sell in certain areas. And yet I could just keep going. The permits is what's going to cost you, not the license.
Okay, oftentimes if someone wants tamales, they have to either make them themselves or find someone selling them, often right out of their house. Well, the city of Carrollton says no, and now a local woman could have to pay a fine of nearly $1,000 or find herself in cuffs.
Oh shit! And let me not mention that if you don't got that permit, yeah, that fine is kind of hefty. Like it starts off at 1,000. So imagine.
A yellow postcard carrying a serious message Denise Cruz thought was a joke at first.
Oh, that has to be wrong. I was like, I don't have any tickets under my name. That's just my first reaction. Never would have I thought tamales.
You heard right. A warrant arrest notice for tamales. A few months back, Cruz decided to whip up some masa, steam up some corn husks, and post on Nextdoor she was selling tamales.
It's just so common. But that's why to me, I'm just like, I don't know why it's such a big deal.
Evidently, it was a big deal. A $700 problem.
When it hit me, I was like, that is a lot of money.
When she
Wait, how I get from 700 to 1,000? The board just said 1,000. Hold on.
called the city, a clerk told her someone narked on her for not having a food permit.
I don't understand because
She should call her
anything,
city
I
council.
would have rather them come to me first if they had any concerns.
Carrollton Environmental Services says it takes foodborne illnesses very seriously.
Mm.
Director says a fine was issued and not a warning because tamales are considered potentially hazardous food due to the cooked corn and meat being used.
What if somebody got sick from them? What if somebody, could have died from them? And I completely understand those concerns.
But Cruz says she feels the city's actions are a little extreme.
I'd just rather stay away from that at the moment, from making tamales.
Now, Cruz says the fine normally would be $617, but it is $700 because she wants to fight this in court. She's going to come here tomorrow, pay it, and that's when a date will be set when she'll see a judge. Reporting live here in Carrollton, I'm Jeff.
Yo, it's crazy though, but as crazy as it seems, I don't get tired of telling people, yo, get that permit. That's why I say here, I'm like, yo, if I'm gonna do the food, I'm gonna come, I'm gonna sell what I gotta sell, get this little money, right? Because it's like $200, $300 to get the permit to be able to sell food. Go down there, pay to get the permit, and I'm able to do this and do that without nobody like. Because once the cops come and you got that permit, right? Because you can have the LLC, but that permit trumps that LLC. Without that permit, that LLC means shit if you're trying to sell food. And I'm being honest because, I've seen it happen out here a lot of times. And I tell people, get the permit. So stuff like this don't happen. It seems like she had a license, but she didn't have her permit. And it is messed up because once people start, calling in and saying, yo, this person is doing this person is doing this. And if they pop up and you don't have a permit or they find out you don't have a permit to do this, it's curtains, yo. Like, and I'm only saying it because I want to avoid a lot of people. Them fines do start off from 1,000 on up. Like, shit be crazy, and they don't care if you could pay it or not. And if you can't pay it, you gonna have to go to jail for as long as they say. Like, whether it's a week, 2 weeks, a month, couple months.
name is Tupac Shakur, and I attend Tamalpais High School, and I'm 17 years old.
What did you find most fascinating about the alternative history of Tupac?
Well, it turns out when I talked to
Yo, this video is crazy because they say how the CIA created and destroyed Tupac. He wasn't a thug. He was playing a character. Like this right here, this video has made me do a lot of research on Tupac.
Okay, my name is Tupac Shakur, and I attend Tamalpais High School, and I'm 17 years old.
And I'm talking about
What
the
did you
interview
find
itself.
most fascinating about the alternative history of Tupac?
Well, it turns out when I talked to Tupac's longtime mentor, political mentor, former Black Panther Choke Lumumba, who was his first business manager, I basically asked, well, was Tupac only pretending to be a gangster in order to appeal to gangs and politicize them? And he said yes. And that was part of his thug life agenda that he came up with his imprisoned stepfather, Mutulu Shakur. So Tupac was just using that in order to get the Bloods and the Crips leaders to call peace truces, first in Los Angeles, then throughout California, and then throughout the country. He was just an amazing individual who was only pretending to be this other type as part of a political plan. He was accomplishing great things in terms of getting many gangs to stop dealing drugs and start turning on to activism. But that was affecting the pockets, the money of the CIA and the banks that launder all that money to the tune of many billions of dollars. And that's why he was such a threat to the powers that be.
God.
Basically, what a lot of us knew, like they took him down because he was bringing out a positive message. Like, yo, what's crazy is, right, growing up, I really thought that Tupac was what he was singing. Like, I would have never thought in a million years that he was just, a character trying to sit here and make a change in these streets. Like, I really thought he was in them streets. Like, but no, like, it's it is a lot of people speaking on this. A lot of people that was really around him that is not sitting here portraying what the media wants to feed us. Or, I'm sitting here like I'm really learning a lot and it's crazy and I fucks with what he did. Like he gave poetic justice to a lot of shit.
I speak to women with this much respect, and I deplore that. They call girls the B word, and they smack and beat. That's why I fuck your bitch.
Yo, look at how innocent he was when he was 17 years old. Like, y'all gotta go check this interview out. I want to do a little live on it and, react to it. Because, he was so different before he started rapping.
Fat motherfucker. Yesterday he was cursing, and I was like, don't curse. And he got mad at me because I told him not to curse. First, don't fuck your bitch in the clique you claim. That's violent and more.
Yo, y'all see the difference? Like he is really innocent here. Like she said the B word. I told her not to curse, to fuck your bitch. Like, yo, shout out to Tupac. Like, it's crazy because now that I'm older, I could actually understand. If they would have told me this when I was younger, I wouldn't have understood crap. Blessings, blessings, Willis. How you doing? Like, I'm being honest. A couple years back, I would say like 10 years back, I wouldn't have understood none of this. But now, yo, shout out to Tupac.
Island.
See the difference on this.
So his family, okay, so the family of birth with him, including his birth father, these people were all connected politically, okay? He knew that his life was destined. It was told to him. He's basically telling me that he was born into this and he knew where he was going. So it was no accident that he ended up being a big commercial success in the rap music industry. This was planned. This was set out. This is what he was to do. They were connected to different politicians, and there was an agenda behind what each of them did. Tupac is showing me that there was an agenda for him that came from the government, which is really weird because he was kind of fighting the establishment. But as he's fighting the establishment, he was also connected to the establishment, and there was an expectation about how he was to respond, what he was.
Maybe I'm tripping, but did Tupac find a way to break into the system, to fight the system within the system, and they caught on? So if it was done before and he's proven it to us, maybe, I don't know. Listen, man, for anybody that does catch up to this live, I would love to hear y'all comments. Like, leave y'all opinions down below and let us shorty know what y'all think. Like, I'm listening to everything because it's like crazy if you really, really think about it. This man found a way to sit here, break into the system, and he tried to dismantle it piece by piece using their own tools. But somehow, some way, they caught on to it. Somebody could tell me if I'm wrong, while I'm this is what I've come up to, the conclusion I've come up to doing my research. But I could be wrong.
Supposed to do and how he was supposed to do things. So
Hey. When Tyson get the week, he knocked motherfuckers out. Well, that's what Tupac gonna do. He was still charged up. Everybody that go to jail come out, they got good luck. They're very addictive. When niggas come against me, I'ma knock their punk ass out.
That's crazy, yo. Two different people, a character for the world, and in real life, he was just a whole.
Okay, my name is
Like, look at him.
Shakur, and I attend Tamalpais High School, and I'm 17 years old.
There's two Pacs. Could that be the real meaning of two Pacs? I don't know. Some people say that he has a twin brother. Some people say that he had a clone. Like, there's so many theories and myths to that. But y'all can let us shorty know what y'all think.
Ladies and gentlemen, I got a question. What the hell is she showing Stevie Wonder?
Yo, yes, I wanted to. Oh, no. Did I react to this? I don't know. And if I did, listen, man, I talked about it the last time. Like, a lot of people is trying to figure out what was Stevie Wonder able to see what this lady was showing him on the phone. And what a lot of people fail to realize is not so long ago, Stevie Wonder got a surgery done. He's able to see now. That's why, yo, this video had me geeking.
Ladies and gentlemen, I got a question. What the hell is she showing Stevie Wonder? What exactly is she showing Stevie?
There's probably some porn on the phone. Shit, you don't know.
I thought all this time Stevie Wonder was blind.
Yo.
There's a lie some damn where.
I'm dead.
There got to be. There's a lie some damn where.
You do know surgeries exist, right?
Because I'm trying, and he looking at the phone. That's the thing about it. You can say what you want to say, but Stevie.
Yeah, he is. That he is doing.
Esteban is looking at the phone.
He said Stevie Esteban. Get the fuck out of here.
So now I'm supposed to just think I'm crazy. Joe blind ass looking at the phone. So either he not blind or none of us can see.
Dead.
So I've been duped.
He said I've been duped.
I don't know what app does she have open right now to where she like, Stevie, I need you to see this.
He could see now, y'all. Like, I know y'all know this. Like, this joint went viral not so long ago. He could see.
I'm saying you can kiss my ass. You see what's going on. We see it. I think we see what's going on. But the person who also see what's going on ain't supposed to see a damn thing. So now
I'm
you tell
dead.
me.
Yo, shout out to this comedian. Shout out to him. But yo, Stevie Wonder did get a surgery not so long ago, and he can't see now.
Give me a kiss.
Not the lips.
Why not?
I'm not your husband.
No,
I'm your son.
That's what you could kiss.
Good job.
I can't.
Well, good job.
No. You ain't giving me a kiss on the lips that's inappropriate. Forget that I'm not.
Yep.
I'm 9 and you're 30.
Yeah, but I'm your mother.
Yeah, you're my mother. I'm not your husband though.
Yeah, but I had you though.
Okay.
So what?
You never kissed me before.
I only kiss you on the cheek.
Yeah, but why you never kissed me? Give me some sugar.
Go.
Yo, this video right here, I think a lot of people should see it because it's true. Like, listen, when your kids reach a certain age, stop all that kissing and all that, especially in the mouth. Like, I don't understand. Like, yo, young bulls out here that are telling their parents, Mom, you wrong. I'm not your husband. Stop kissing me in the mouth. Daughters, too. Like, yo, I'm glad a lot of kids are standing up for themselves or speaking up for themselves because a lot of parents can't seem to understand. Like, yo, stop kissing your kid 7, 8, 9, 6, 5, 4 in the mouth. Like, they not your spouse. Shout out to these kids that are standing up and speaking up. Yo, some boundaries.
Give me, do I kiss your sister on the lips?
No, but
Okay,
you
then.
shouldn't do it to me because you don't kiss her on the lips. I'm not giving you a kiss.
Why?
Because that's just weird.
How's that weird? I'm your mother. I had you.
I know, but you didn't have me to be your boyfriend.
Hey, yo, I'm dead. He said, I know, but you ain't have me to be your boyfriend. Yo, go, young bull. Like, I ain't mad at the young bull. A lot of parents, stop doing this. It's disgusting. Like, it's true. These kids don't know where your mouth been at. I'm glad he's smart. He thought about that. Like, yo, you be kissing daddy. Like, young bull smart, yo. That means young bull reading. I'm sorry to say it. Keep reading, young bull.
People started in Mazatlan, Mexico, and now they're in Cabo San Lucas complaining that
name?
the bandas on the beach. White people started in Mazatlan, Mexico, and now they're in Cabo San Lucas complaining that the bandas on the beach are being too loud. Listen to this.
Ya llegó raza. Arriba el TikTok. Arriba el TikTok. Hey. You don't like it? Go back to your country.
Hey.
This is Mexico. Mazatlan 2.0 en Los Cabos.
Yo, that's because only in America people think they privileged. Like, how you gonna go to another country, right? And do what you don't want them to do in your country? Like, yo, lady, you in their country. Like, they got a whole different culture over there. Like, if you don't want to listen to the loud music and all this, go home and stay home. What's crazy is shit. I wish that here in our hoods they would stop playing and blasting music every day. Like, you can't even watch a movie on Netflix in peace. All you hear is out of nowhere. Every 10 to 15 seconds, boom, 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 boom. Like, I'm tired of that shit.
Hey, agarra el dinero, amigo. Mire, agarra el dinero, look. Karen, please turn around, Karen.
He said, please turn around, Karen. Yo, she mad as shit. The guard did not accept her bribe. She over here. I guess she found somebody. She's like, yo, you see it? Watch.
First of all, I love to hear the people of Mexico telling this white woman to go back to where she came from. I'm sorry, but she deserved that. Nobody was bothering her. Everybody was listening to the music on the beach, and she had to make it about her, which is what white people do. But also, let's just break down all the white tactics she tried in this 2-minute video. First of all, she starts by talking to someone who works at the hotel. Let me talk to your manager is always phase one. Then when she wasn't getting her way, she tried to bribe an official, which is actually the last phase, so she skipped a few phases here. Then she went to talk to a white dude getting a massage. Some people are saying that this is her husband. Nah. I think she knew she was striking out, so she went to talk to like her white guru. He has a Darth Sid vibe, just giving advice like, my white child, you were too loud. White people work best when we move in the shadows. Now, all joking aside, I am glad that the bandas of San Lucas and the people stood up for themselves this way. And it's actually so many people standing up that made this moment possible. Because honestly, this could have been done in the shadows. And the fact that it was stopped, it was because it was done so obviously. But you see what happens when you put pressure on white people, telling them we're not going to stand for this, and also putting pressure on officials saying, don't fucking do this to us. Seriously, white people cannot continue to go down to Mexico and act like this. They are hurting the locals. They're making it impossible for people who grew up there to just enjoy their home.
See, it's okay, America. The Karens aren't just invading our privacy here in the United States. Now they're going out to other countries and invading their privacy and telling them that they're crazy and they're not allowed to do this. See, it's not about being white. It's about people thinking that they're entitled to me.
That I was gonna marry a man from Africa. Daddy, question. How did you feel when you found out I was gonna marry a man from Africa?
Oh, it makes the most natural sense.
Okay, why?
Because a man from Africa, a very powerful group of people.
Hey,
that's what you need. You're a woman that has to be tamed.
Damn, see, Papa said, listen, man, as long as you marry a leader, I don't care. And then he's from Africa, he's from the motherland. Shit, we got a king and a queen. That's what we need, more kings and more queens. He's like, shit, his people, my people come together, we could do something. You see, yo, why is it only in America, man?
White people.
So wait a minute. You telling me apartment complex is charging this lady who passed away $4,000 because she broke her lease?
Oh shit.
Wait.
A woman with dementia living at this apartment complex in Loveland recently passed away unexpectedly. Now her family says the complex is trying to charge them more than $4,000 in penalty fees because they say the complex says that her death meant that she broke her lease early.
So what they think? This lady related to Dracula? She's just gonna come from the dead, come from her tomb, like from her grave, and just come and pay them? Like, yo, these. I'm done. I've lost words.
That's fine. Her address is plot 21 on Cemetery Lane.
Yeah, I'm dead. The fuck?
Cause that's how you gonna get it. When they say get it out the mud, that's what you better do. Dig her up and get it out of her pockets. I'm sure I buried her in a nice outfit. Matter of fact, if you get me the bill in time, I probably could have got it put in the coffin with her. And when she gets some time after her slumber and her rest, she'll be able to write that check and put it in there for you. Because what you gonna have to do is show me in her lease where it says, if I die and I break my lease, that my family got to pay it.
Right. But the government don't care.
Ain't signed nothing. And she did. And she had dementia. So, do she even remember? Man, you better get somebody else to do it.
Yo, the government don't give up. You know what's crazy though? She did have dementia. Like, yo, they really did take advantage of this. Oh, yo, y'all gotta really check on y'all loved ones, especially if they got some type of mental illness like this, because they will take advantage of them. Like, damn, like, does she even remember? Like the lady said, like, does she remember signing this document? Like, that's one way of really taking advantage of somebody.
Mother Teresa was white. No, she wasn't. I didn't think I was going to have to give a history lesson today, but I got time today. Mother Teresa was Albanian. But she didn't identify with Indian, and she definitely didn't identify with darker skinned Indian. She collected money. She had something like 500 and something clinics, 100 different missions, and the people suffered. They even got sick in those places. She didn't have pain medication. She felt like that was a lot in life. She was not white. She identified as white. She rubbed elbows with the white because of her religious views.
But she wasn't white?
The world. There's a
Wait.
documentary, and I think it's called Hell's Angel, and it documents this, and it talks about even though they administered sainthood upon her, they thrust sainthood upon her. She was anything but a saint. She didn't like the poor. She didn't like the sick. She
What
thought
the
that was
fuck?
a lot in life, and she definitely didn't like anything dark. She was Albanian Indian, but she could not identify.
So why do they praise Mother Teresa so much, right? So you see the things you learn, because I'm about to start doing some research on Mother Teresa. She was Albanian Indian. I'm about to really start doing my research. I thought she was something else.
Identify with her own people. She was anything but a saint. They made her one, but she was anything but a saint. But she was swimming in money, baby. She wasn't taking care of the people, and she wasn't helping the people. She wasn't white. She identified as white, and she moved like white people. Mother Teresa was white.
Yo, her saying this, it kind of is crazy, because I be telling a lot of people, like, yo, y'all talk so much about the white people, right? But we're so racist amongst ourselves to the point that we can't even see it. A lot of people can't see it. Like, this lady was Albanian Indian and didn't want to identify to who she was, but she preferred to identify as white. Mm.
Hair loss, an excellent mixture for hair loss would be probably a quarter of a cup of coconut oil and a quarter of a cup of the castor oil, and then rosemary. So with the rosemary essential oil, you're probably looking about 6 drops. And what the person does is they massage that into their scalp, tie it up in a knot, and try and leave that all day. Someone said, can I sleep with it? Well, if you want. When it's washed out, be very cautious on the shampoo you use. Now I'm going to give you a name of what you never want in your shampoo. It's called sodium lauryl sulfate. And sodium lauryl sulfate is what they usually put into shampoo, sometimes even put it into toothpaste to make it foam. It's a chemical that kills the hair follicles.
Mm. Damn, you use that for everything. So what can you replace it with? I think I seen a lady here on TikTok, if I'm not wrong. Hopefully I
And
saved
don't
her
come back
video.
down until it's done.
Excuse you?
Yo, the pranks. Yes. I think a lot of these pranks have gone out of pocket. I think these pranks have started these were the pranks. I think, when was this? Yep, 2022. The kids were pranking their dads to see, how they would react after disrespecting their moms.
Hey, come here now! Now! Get your ass down here!
Corey, quick! It's a joke. It's
Are you fucking kidding me?
It's a TikTok.
Jesse, don't ignore me. Did you clean the pig pen?
I'm dead. Yo.
Okay, it's a prank. It's a prank.
You can get those clothes up out your room.
And I told you that I wasn't doing it, so you can shut up.
Hold the heck up.
Yo! Dad was about to go WWF on Shorty.
You can get those clothes up out your room.
And I told you that I wasn't doing it, so you can shut up.
Hold the heck up.
Naija.
Oh, can you shut up? I'm trying to make a TikTok.
What?
You're not even my real mom anyway.
Yo! She fell on her ass. I'm dead. That was the only dad that didn't react. I'm done. But all of them, yo, shout out to them dads out there. Shout out, yo. That's what a lot of these households needs.
And don't come back down until it's done.
Look,
Excuse you? Hey, come here now. Now! Get your ass down here.
that's what a lot of these households is missing.
It's
Even though it's a prank and I think it's messed up, yo, a lot of these households is missing that. Like a lot of these moms need to let the father of these kids, do their job, even if y'all not together, but co-parent. That's what's missing. The co-parenting. It really is.
Hey, come here. You want to know why I was fired off the original Rugrats movie? When I was working on the story, I had them at the zoo chasing a runaway monkey, ending up airlifted into an African jungle and being stranded there until they were rescued. An executive who wasn't great at her job told me Rugrats would never be put in danger on our show. Sorry, we're replacing you with new writers. The plot of the final movie? The Rugrats get in a car accident, get stranded in a forest, and get kidnapped by a pack of wild monkeys. And I put them in danger? Hey, come here.
Yeah, I really did like him. They should have kept him. I don't know why the NDA's expiring, and I love it. Yes, they need to expire, and he need to start doing the Rugrats, man, for real.
It also explains why Angelina Jolie did not have to remove her breasts, and many women follow suit. They actually just needed to balance their hormones. So I'm going to begin by going through some of the symptoms of a female having a hormonal imbalance. With a woman, it would be early periods. Do you know normal is 16 to 18? And you hardly ever hear that today. We're getting young girls who are getting their periods at 9. That's a hormonal imbalance. Very heavy periods, very painful periods, sore breasts at period time, premenstrual tension. These are all symptoms of a hormonal imbalance. Also, polycystic ovarian syndrome, ovaries that have cysts growing on them, fibroids in the uterus, endometriosis, lumps in the breast cancer, cervical cancer, also polyps in the vagina, in the uterus, also depression and heart disease. These are some of the symptoms of a hormonal imbalance.
So a lot of us women are imbalanced, and it's crazy. I learned about this, and changing the cycle helps, but it won't help if you don't know what you're doing. Like I got tired of listening to the doctors, and I had to go start doing my own research and stuff like that. The only thing I gotta figure out now is how to, what types of herbs, and what types of fruits do I need to consume to get my hormones back into balance, because this is something that is true, and it causes a lot of irregular periods for a lot of women. And a lot of women get their period way too early. I mean 7, 8, 9, 10. That's too early. But anybody has any comments or anything to say, leave y'all comments down below. That's all the time that a shorty got for right now, but I will be coming back on later on. I'm not sure when. I'm not gonna make no promises, but I will pop on. Make sure y'all subbed up to a shorty. And we're gonna react to some more, because we got a whole lot of more videos to be reacting to on TikTok before they take the app away. So I hope that y'all enjoyed the content. Blessings to everybody that was here. I want to give a shout out to everybody who's been supporting the shorty, from the gate. Like, shout out to everybody. Shout out to the mods. I'm gonna be back later on. I'm gonna see if I could, lay down and try to get rid of the pain, even if I don't sleep. But shit, this John is killing me. But I refuse to use them pills, yo, because at the end of the day, like, once the pill effect is gone, the pain is 10 times worse. So it's like, shit, I gotta deal with this shit every day for the rest of my life now. And if I do the surgery, that shit got me second guessing. But anyways, that's all the time that I got. I will be back later on, and we're gonna react to some more TikTok videos.